From the home of the Bills since way back in 1973, there's a look at Highmark Stadium just outside of Buffalo, New York. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner. That's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Throwing on first down is Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41.
56.
Throwing now is Allen. This is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he's got it down to the 28. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Tua sets up to pass it. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs. It gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
No score after one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Josh Allen, he says that he wants to continue to perfect executing the run-pass option. Looked pretty good there.
And he's put in the minds of all people trying to defend him that his legs create big plays. So guess who benefits?
His running back.
You no doubt about it, and we just saw it there.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bills post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game.
He's got a man, complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 83 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, It allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47.
41 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up,
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Check,
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Here's Tua. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Tua connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. So after the INT, it's Allen.
On the slant, he's got Davis.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Gabriel Davis
Davis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Tua, a final shot before half. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. Tua. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there, making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That one caught downfield by Jarwin.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now they'll throw with Allen. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis.
Down inside the 10.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Allen going to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, a 9-yard touchdown ground. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
17.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. They find some open field here. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now the Bills will take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Ready.
2nd and 16.
Check 52. Striker. 3-3.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing 2nd and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like 2nd and impossible, now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block.
Hey, check Mega. Switch.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he's going to go down again.
Jalen Phillips now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
I'm here all day. Mike 41, Mike 41. 41.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. On first down, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
2 and now on first down. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go. Black, 95. 3 down, 3 down. Mike 8. Mike 8. Who that? Who that? Hey, blue.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Touchdown! Blake Jarwin from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So fourth quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. You got nothing, bro. You got nothing. 41's the Mike. 41's the Mike.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. So Allen's going to look to throw.
He'll find Gabriel Davis.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
55 Mike, guys. 55. Here we go. Hey, tight.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Keon Crossen. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
2 to throw.
This to Jarwin. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Tua. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now Tua.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for the Bills, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Miami, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.